The madness that is the Black Friday sale on the eShop is set to end soon. You just got a few more days left to get in on the action. Before all those sales end though, let's take one last look at it all. In this video, I've thrown in some additional deals that I've found, plus gathered up all the remaining active and ongoing pre-Black Friday sales, as well as included the Black Friday sale proper, in case you missed my coverage for that. Needless to say, this is one huge video, so don't be afraid to use the chapters I provided below to help you on your quest. But before we begin, just want to say, for those who are celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope you have a good one, filled with lots of food. And for those that don't, well, I hope you have a good day regardless. With that all out of the way, let's dive into the deals. Kill la Kill If is the fighting game based on the anime, and it's one extremely stylish game. It has all the over-the-top mayhem that the series was known for, and the 3D shell-shaded look is actually pretty cool in this one. Now way back in 2022, this game sold at a one-time deal price, just $1.99, which has never been repeated until now. Yes, after 2 years, that $1.99 deal is back for Black Friday. While it's not the best fighting game ever made, it is fun for what it is, and for $2, I mean, come on, it's a no-brainer. It's absolutely worth picking up for some crazy fighting action. Gacha Racing 2nd is a game that combines the gameplay of the older Micro Machines games with Gashapon. You get parts from gacha machines and build and customize your vehicle to how you want, not just in how they look, but also in how they perform. There's over 700 parts to earn, and you can even fuse them together to make your vehicle more powerful. The top-down racing gameplay is like the old-school Micro Machines games or the ODYSSEY Pro-Am games, so if you played those, I think it's pretty easy to understand and get the hang of. This seems like a nice little racing game, and for just $1.99, which is a brand new low price for it on the eShop, I think this one is another no-brainer of a pickup. Guilty Gear XX was one of the most popular and well-loved entries in the Guilty Gear series. It's known for its great gameplay, its well-rounded roster of characters, and of course, lots of its trademark over-the-top action. The updated release, Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus R, is one of the best ways to enjoy the game. Features a lot of rebalancing for all the characters, 13 game modes to choose from, online multiplayer support, different background musics to choose from, including some rare releases, and even has the option to select what game mode version you want to play. If you consider yourself a fighting game fan, or a fan of the Guilty Gear series, then do not skip out on this one, especially since it's back on sale at its all-time low price of $3.74 for Black Friday. It's one awesome deal. The original Guilty Gear is on sale too. This was the first game in the series, the very first one, and it was originally released on the first PlayStation system back in 1998, which was a damn good year for gaming, by the way. This is a cult classic. It is a very tough game. It pulls no punches for sure in terms of difficulty, but it's still one worth checking out just to see the beginning of the series' roots. It's back on sale on the eShop for just $3.20 until December 3rd. Chaos Code New Sign of Catastrophe is on sale for just $1.99. This is an updated release of the arcade game Chaos Code that was originally released only in Japan way back in 2011. This game has some pretty fast-paced gameplay, with lots of special moves, special states, and ways to turn the battle in your favor. This seems like a fighting game that was made for those who really love strategy, at least from what I can tell from the gameplay. This game has a variety of gameplay modes to enjoy, including online play. For $2, this is like a pretty inexpensive game to pick up from the sale. If you owned either Doom 1993 or Doom 2 Classic in the past from the eShop, then you automatically have access to the new upgraded version, Doom plus Doom 2. If it's not free for you, then getting Doom plus Doom 2 is a no-brainer at just $3.99 via the Black Friday sale. The upgraded release blows the old one away. The games are now running on the much better Kex engine. They have online, cross-platform deathmatch and co-op multiplayer support for up to 16 players, a new deathmatch pack featuring 25 maps, loads of accessibility options, and quality of life features, and of course, these versions have upgraded visuals and resolutions, as well as modern controller support with gyro aiming too. There's even full mod support too. with plenty of mods already built in. It is, without a doubt, the definitive way to play these classics on consoles now. The Mary Skelter games are fun and very twisted dungeon RPGs from Idea Factory, with the twisted aspect being no surprise since that seems to be par for the course for them. They like horror and messed up stuffs. In these games, you're tasked with guiding a group of blood maidens, who are often based on fairy tale characters, through living dungeons, while taking on hideous enemies and bosses, while also solving some puzzles along the way. A lot of the mechanics in these games revolve around the use of blood and managing it. Too much blood gives you access to powerful massacre or blood skelter abilities, but it can also lead to some negative effects too, depending on the corruption levels. It's a bit of a risk and reward system, but used right, it can help you overcome some powerful foes. I like these games. Like I said before, they are a lot of fun, and if you like dungeon RPGs, like the Idri and Odyssey games, then I think these are definitely worth a look, especially since they're so cheap to get now. Mary Skelter 2 on Switch is actually a collection. It has the first game and a remaster of Mary Skelter Nightmares in it, which was originally released for the 3DS. You can either unlock it by beating Mary Skelter 2, or by downloading the free Unlocked DLC from the eShop to get it from the start. This little set here is on sale for just $5.99. That's basically $3 per game. It's never been that cheap before. The finale of the trilogy, fittingly named Mary Skelter Finale, is on sale at a new low price of $7.49, which is actually even cheaper than what it was on sale for during that Halloween sale just a month ago. I've heard that Idea Factory's Death End Request games are pretty good too. Like the Mary Skelter games, they are very twisted, horror meets anime themed games. But unlike being a dungeon crawler like the previous games, these are turn-based RPGs meets visual novels in terms of the gameplay. I haven't personally played them, but again, I've heard good things. The first one, Death End Request, is on sale at a new low price of just $7.49, and this release includes all the DLC and updates that was ever released for the game, as well as original game content that was found in the Japanese release. The sequel, Death End's Request 2, is on sale on the eShop at a new low price of $12.49. Just like the first game, this includes all the free and paid DLC ever released for the game as well. For those who want to check out the Persona games, Persona 3 and 4 are cheaper than ever now on Switch. The bundle of Persona 3 Portable and Persona 3 Golden are on sale for less than $20. A killer deal for two fantastic JRPGs. These are massive games, they're both of them, and each one can last you well over 100 hours for a playthrough. Again, for less than $10 each, that's a heck of a deal. While Persona 5 Royal is now on sale in the eShop, Sega got a bit weird with some of the Black Friday sales, but if you've been eyeing to get it on the Switch, digital codes for the game can be bought at Best Buy, GameStop, Humble Store, and Target's websites for just $14.99 each for the time being. That is a really good deal for the game that is as cheap as it's ever been on Switch, and when you redeem a code on the eShop for the game, you'll get the full amount of gold points too. Tetris the Grandmaster is a game that's considered to be one of the best Tetris games ever made. Its gameplay is heavily based on Sega's version of the Tetris rule set that sees players working through a ranking system as they attempt to aim for high scores. Now trust me, achieving Grandmaster, the highest level in the game, is no easy feat. This is a very challenging game. If you consider yourself a Tetris pro, or just a fan, then you should give this arcade game a go. It will test your skills, but you also will probably become addicted to it. The Arcade Archives release includes a number of online leaderboards to challenge others against. It's on sale for the first time ever at $5.59. GUNNAIL is a shoot-'em-up game that really is the definition of a hidden gem. It was published by a game company called NMK, which you probably haven't heard about before. And I'm pretty sure when this game did get released back then, it got released in incredibly small numbers. Rarity aside, this game is awesome. It's a really good vertical shoot-'em-up with a unique scoring system based around its multiple shield system. Basically, you get more points based on less shields you have. It's risky because less shields means, well, you may not survive long enough, but if you're good, you can earn a ton of points. It's a treat of a game, lots of action, fun boss battles and challenge. It's most certainly worth checking out if you're a fan of shoot-'em-ups. The Arcade Archives release is also on sale for $5.59 until December 3rd. One Piece Odyssey Deluxe Edition's Physical Edition has been on sale for Black Friday for 50% off at a bunch of places, but if you want the digital release, then the eShop is matching it at the same price. This game is a turn-based RPG, something that is a bit of a rarity for the franchise. Typically they are fighting games or action RPGs, but yeah, this one is a little bit unique. The gameplay in this one is quite good, and the story is pretty good for those who are fans of One Piece. Now this is a bit of a surprising port. I never expected this one to come to Switch, and I'm also surprised it's actually a fairly competent port given the platform. They did a good job with this one. One of the more insane and crazy beat-em-up games is on sale this week, and that game is Jitsu Squad. Its gameplay is different from other beat-em-up games. Most of the moves and inputs are similar to the ones you can find in fighting games, and they can all be chained together for huge combos. In addition, players can tag out to other characters at any time, kinda like the Capcom vs. series of games. It's pretty unique for a beat-em-up game for sure, and those who master the gameplay can do some pretty wicked stuff to enemies and bosses alike. There's 4 characters to choose from, each unique in their gameplay style. In addition, this game supports local co-op play, where up to 4 players can team up for even more chaos. This is a blast to play, it's filled with lots of non-stop action, and it has a killer soundtrack too. This game is a must for beat-em-up fans. It's on sale at a brand new low price of $11.99 on the eShop. In Games seems to have marked a bunch of their classic games down to a new low price of just $1.99 each. This is good news for us gamers. Means we can really clean up here for just a few dollars. Cotton 100%, the only Super Famicom / Super NES game in the series, is a fun horizontal shoot 'em up. Lots of the series elements are here, including lots of fantasy monsters, magic use, and plenty of tea and willow candy for Cotton to collect. It's a solid game in the series, and a good purchase for shoot 'em up fans with just $2. Panorama Cotton is the first game in the Cotton series that shook the gameplay formula up. Instead of being a horizontal shooter, like most games in the series, it is now a rail shooter, kinda like the Space Harrier games. That said, all the series elements are still here though, including that magic system. This is a pretty unique feeling shoot 'em up, and it's one that's actually one of the more impressive ones when you consider that this was playable on the old Sega Genesis. Clockwork Aquario was a game I reviewed a while back that's pretty noteworthy, as it was intended for release in the arcades back in the day, but development stopped and it seemed like a game that was lost to time. That is until many years later, when a passionate team uncovered some code and documents for the game, and somehow, someway, managed to actually complete it almost 3 decades later. This game is a really fun action platformer. It's a fun arcade game with lots of old school arcade Sega vibes and some terrific big looking sprites. If you like arcade games, this is a no-brainer for $2. Finally, Ultracore is a run-and-gun game that was also set to be released back in the day for a bunch of consoles like the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. But for whatever reason, that didn't come to fruition. It's a shame too, because this game is actually pretty cool. Luckily though, we can now easily play this game, as it was released for modern platforms. If you like run-and-gun games, especially the Euro-style shooters like Turrican, then this one is one you should definitely check out. Ninja JaJaMaru, the Great Yokai Battle plus Hell Deluxe Edition, is one awesome combo for arcade and retro game fans. As not only do you get a pretty awesome new arcade style game, but you also get a bunch of nice classic games from the Ninja JaJaMaru series in a collection as well. The first part of the package, Ninja JaJaMaru, the Great Yokai Battle, is a great game. It's a modern interpretation of the first Famicom game basically, where you're tasked with defeating all the enemies on the screen. You have to dodge, jump, and shoot your way to score as many points as you possibly can as you clear the boards. There's lots of unlockables to earn in this one, tons of characters to play as, loads of secrets to find in the stages, and the co-op play is pretty sweet too. The other half of the collection contains the Ninja JaJaMaru Retro Collection, which has 5 games from the series including the first Famicom game, as well as the underrated Game Boy game, and it even includes the super sweet hidden gem, Super Ninja Kid. The whole bundle is just $2.99. That is an insane deal. It's a new low price for it for sure, yeah. But holy cow, just $3 for all these games. It is a must get. If you like arcade games, retro games, all that stuff, then do not sleep on this deal. In addition to that, there's one more collection that's sold separately. That's the Ninja JaJaMaru, the Lost RPGs collection. This contains 2 fully translated NES RPGs in the series. One that's more of a Dragon Quest style game, and another one that's more of an action RPG game. This collection is only $2.59 via the latest sale. About a couple weeks ago, I reviewed the Irem Collection Volume 2 on Switch. If you haven't checked out that video yet, do make sure to do so. I'll have a link down below for you to check out later. At the very least, you'll get to see what the team behind the Metal Slug games did before they made that famous series. Anyway, if you want to pick up the first collection, the Irem Collection Volume 1, then now is a good time I suppose to do so, since it's 50% off the MSRP price. This collection is basically an Image Fight collection. It has the first Image Fight shoot 'em up, with the arcade, NES, and TurboGrafx versions all included, as well as the TurboGrafx release of Image Fight 2, and the arcade release of X Multiply, which is a spin-off of the Image Fight series. All 3 are pretty noteworthy games in the Irem catalog, and ones that shoot 'em up fans should be quite familiar with. The Space Invaders Forever collection has 3 of the more modern entries in the Space Invaders series. It has the excellent Space Invaders Extreme. This is a game I originally played on the PSP, and I loved that game to death, but here in the collection, we get a nice HD-fied version of the game. Basically a little bit of an HD remaster. Also included is the Space Invaders Gigamax 4 SE, which is a game that is a perfect fit for multiplayer sessions, as up to 4 players can team up to shoot down the invaders. There's tons of new twists on the classic formula in this one, but lots of neat gimmicks to shake things up. Finally, the collection includes Arkanoid vs. Space Invaders, a mashup of 2 of Taito's most well-known and loved franchises. This game includes over 150 stages to tackle, as you command the Arkanoid paddle to shoot down those pesky invaders. The collection is down to a new low price of just $5.99. This is a pretty good deal for 3 fun games. Hell, it's worth it for Space Invaders Extreme alone. Now if you want to get these games, plus a bunch of the early Space Invaders arcade games, you can get it all in the Space Invaders Invincible collection. This collection includes multiple versions of the original Space Invaders game, as well as Majestic 12, the Space Invaders Part 4 arcade game, Super Space Invaders 91, Space Invaders DX, and other related games like Space Cyclone and Lunar Rescue. Plus, of course, like I said, it has the 3 games from the Space Invaders Forever collection. This collection is on sale for $17.99. Now to be fair, I'm not nearly as passionate about the older games, really just kinda like the newer stuff. So if you're like me, and are in the same boat, then I'd say just opt for the much cheaper Forever collection. There is, though, one game that did catch my eye from the Koei Tecmo deals, and that's the anime fighting game, Fairy Tail. This one is finally on sale for under $20 after all this time. If you're a fan of the manga series, or the anime, and have been eyeing this one and been waiting for a good discount, then here you go. This one seems like a pretty fun anime fighting game. The Portal games are some of the best puzzle games ever made. They have received near universal praise for their ingenious design and tricky puzzles that you have to solve with the Portal gun. The Portal Companion Collection on Switch is a great console collection of the 2 games. They look great, the performance is good, the controls are excellent, and the collection even has the online co-op of Portal 2 intact. Plus, you can take it on the go. The Black Friday sale has the collection at a brand new low price. It's $4.99 until December 3rd. Hyper Light Drifter is a quality action RPG with a 16-bit aesthetic that has received rave reviews over the years. The gameplay contains elements of games like the Legend of Zelda series with elements of the Diablo series. It's basically Zelda meets Diablo. Whatever it might be, it's a pretty good game and one worth experiencing. Back in 2018, it arrived for Switch in the form of a special edition. Running at a smooth 60 FPS, this version of the game includes exclusive content, such as a new outfit linked to new secrets, the Tower Climb Challenge, and new ways to attack with the Crystal Shot and Blade Caster. The special edition is on sale at a brand new low price of just $4.99 on the eShop for Black Friday. All the Steamworld games are pretty great. It's a wonderful series. For Black Friday, every game in the series on Switch is on sale, but for brevity's sakes, I'm just gonna shout out a few that are super cheap. Both Steamworld Dig 1 and 2 are on sale for just $1.99 each. They are action platformers, aka Metroidvanias, that have you exploring a mine while finding upgrades and treasure while also unraveling a story. They are pretty addicting games, especially the second one. Steamworld Crest, Hand of Gilgamesh, is a bit different. It's a role-playing card game. It's pretty cool, and while it might be a different gameplay style, it still incorporates a lot of elements and vibes from the other Steamworld games. The aesthetic, the characters, and the constant searching and looting of treasure. It's on sale for just $2.49, marking a brand new low price for it on the eShop. If you like the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games, then you should check out Shiren, the Wanderer, the Tower of Fortune, and the Dice of Fate on Switch. It is the 5th main entry in the Wanderer series, which is a subset of the Mystery Dungeon series. It's a roguelike RPG with gameplay that has you traversing dungeons and fighting against monsters, pretty much like the other Mystery Dungeon games. And this is really good, and it's super cheap for Black Friday. Just $3.99 on the eShop, which marks a all-time new low price for that on there. Again, if you like the Mystery Dungeon games, then you should hop on this deal. For $4, it's a freaking steal. Captain Tsubasa, Rise of the New Champions, is a game that's based on the beloved anime series, where the gameplay takes more of a story-driven approach compared to typical football or soccer games. The two main modes in this game, called Episode Tsubasa and Episode New Hero, allow you to play some original stories, with the first one following Tsubasa and the episode New Hero allowing players to create their own character and guide them through a career-like mode. The gameplay supports single gameplay outside of the story modes, and it even has online multiplayer for up to 4 players. It's down to a brand new low price of $4.79 via the Black Friday sale. Demon Slayer, the Hinokami Chronicles, is a 3D fighting game based on the Demon Hunter franchise. This game takes place after the first season of the anime series and follows the series' protagonist as he joins the Demon Slayers to battle against various demons. Beyond the story mode, there's various single-player and multiplayer modes, as well as modes for online play. This seems like a fun fighting game, it's flashy for sure, and the Switch version seems pretty good. It holds up surprisingly well. That said, the Ultimate Edition seems to be the way to go for those who want to pick up the game. It contains all the DLC characters, so basically you get the complete experience. It's down to a brand new low price of $20.99 until December 3rd. Sega Genesis Classics is a collection of over 50 Sega Genesis and Mega Drive games, and it's set to delist on December 6th. That means this Black Friday sale is the last time you'll be able to pick this game up digitally at a discount. It's $8.99 until December 3rd. The collection highlights include a ton of Vector Man games, a bunch of Sonic games, the complete Golden Axe and Streets of Rage trilogies, a bunch of RPGs, and more. If you're looking for some more classic Sega goodness, then definitely check out the M2 developed Sega Ages series on Switch. Every game is on sale again. Well, except for Shinobi, that's no longer on the eShop for some strange reason. Over the last few months, some of the games have been on sale, but finally every game is on sale, including some ones that haven't been on sale for a long time, like the Thunder Force games. Highlights include the previously mentioned games, as well as the Sega Ages versions of Phantasy Star, Outrun, the Sonic games, the Pure games, and, well, honestly everyone in the series is good in its own right. They are highly accurate in their emulation, and they come with a bevy of features. Each game is on sale for just $2.39 for Black Friday. The Deluxe Edition of Sonic Superstars has reached a brand new low price on the eShop. It's on sale for $20.99 for Black Friday. In addition to containing the LEGO pack, which includes LEGO-themed levels and character skins, the Deluxe Edition also includes a digital art book, a mini original soundtrack, and other neat goodies. it's worth spending a few bucks over the standard release if you're interested in picking up the game on Switch. I love the Ray series from Taito. They are challenging, but incredibly fun shoot-'em-ups. The Ray's arcade chronology contains all 3 games, Ray Force, Ray Storm, and Ray Crisis, with the last 2 games also having HD versions in addition to the original releases. All 3 games are wonderfully emulated by the pros at M2, and the collection comes with a ton of features, including lots of ways to customize each of the games, lots of gadgets to track your stats, achievements, online leaderboards, and more. It's a fantastic collection. It's one that's well done, with some clear love for these games, and as a result, it ends up being the best way to experience them. The collection is on sale for a brand new low price of $24.99 until December 1st. Super Hydra is a neat little horizontal shoot-'em-up that came out in the early days of the Switch eShop. It reminds me a bit of some 90s shooters with TurboGrafx or the Neo Geo. It's got 21 levels to blast through, a ton of bosses to face, as well as the ability to choose different routes in each level. Oh, and it has co-op multiplayer too. Seems like a pretty cool game for just $1.99, which is by far the lowest price it's ever been on the eShop. Sales for this one have been a bit rare over the years, and usually it just tops out at 50% off when it does go on sale. So with a 90% discount this time around, don't sleep on this one if you like shoot-'em-ups. $2 is a no-brainer. The Raiden series is legendary. The games consist of vertical shoot-'em-ups that are known for their upgradable weapons, such as the various lightning-based weapons, as well as having some pretty good backing soundtracks, especially for the later entries. Raiden 4 and 5 on Switch are actually the latest versions of the 2 mainline games. They come with updated soundtracks, new modes to tackle, and have online leaderboard support for each of the games. Raiden 4 Mikado Remix is on sale for just $8.99, which is a new low price for that, and Raiden 5 Director's Cut is $8.99, matching the previous low price for that one on the eShop. Shout out to Rudy, a viewer of the channel, for pointing this game out to me. Razion EX is on sale for the first time ever at $13.96. This game has been out since 2021 and has never been discounted until now. Now this game looks pretty darn cool. It reminds me of some of the late 90s Neo Geo shoot-'em-ups, especially with the 3D effect the sprites have. The EX version here features some rebalancing and updated graphics, as well as a training mode and CD quality music. Gunlord X is a game developed by the same developers of Razion EX. This is a game that looks like a Turrican game that has been ramped up to 11 on a 10-point scale. It looks incredible. The Switch version features a ton of changes and additions from the 2012 release, including improved controls, stable 60 FPS performance, and lots of quality of life additions. This is a pretty rare sale too. It's only been on sale once before, way back in the spring of 2021. For $5, I think this one is worth checking out for sure. Snake Pass is a 3D puzzle platformer, though to be honest, it's not a platformer in a traditional sense. The snake you play as can't jump for one, it can only move like a real snake. Because of that though, it ends up being a pretty unique game as you try to traverse the levels while controlling segments of the snake. Once a level is beaten, a speedrunning version of the level will unlock, as well as an arcade version of it. It does have a bit of a steep difficulty curve, but once you master the controls, it can be a pretty enjoyable title. I figured I'd give this one a shout out, since the Switch version is on sale on the eShop for Black Friday at $2.99. That's the lowest price it's been in nearly 2 years. The Turok Trilogy Bundle contains all 3 Night Dive Studio remasters of the classic Turok games, games that were popular for the N64 and PCs back in the late 90s. The gameplay in these games are boomer shooter-like, like Doom and the Quake games, but they also include elements of exploration and puzzle solving, kinda like the Tomb Raider games. The Night Dive remasters include upgraded visuals, lots of quality of life features, modern controller support, and online multiplayer for up to 16 players. As much as I played the originals, and I still have them to this day, the remasters are the best way to play them now, without a doubt. The bundle is back on sale for $20.99, which is a repeat of the Halloween sale in case you missed it last time. The Quake plus Quake 2 Enhanced Bundle includes both enhanced remasters of Quake 1 and 2, with visual improvements, online and local multiplayer, and co-op with crossplay support, new expansions, motion aiming support, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Heck, they even included Quake 2 64 with the Quake 2 Enhanced version. They thought of everything for these remasters. It's only $5.99 via the sale, and at the price for what you get, I consider this bundle a must-get if you love boomer shooters. Some of the very best you can find on the Switch. This past summer, I talked about how Ark for Switch received a new version of the game a while back. Yes, Ark, the game that was notorious for being one of the worst ports to the system, got a completely new, revamped port, which overhauled everything. Visuals, the performance, loads of quality of life features, everything got revamped, and Ark now feels good on the Switch. I was impressed, and if you want the full details, there is a video on Digital Foundry's channel that goes over the list of the changes. The Ultimate Edition on Switch, which contains the 2 expansion packs, is on sale for Black Friday at a brand new low price of $12.49, which is a huge savings over the deal from this past summer. For Black Friday on the eShop, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga Collection, is on sale for $15.99, which marks the second time ever it's been that low. This is a fantastic collection that has all the NES, Game Boy, and 16-bit Turtles games, as well as the 2 arcade games as well. This collection also includes online play for a good chunk of the games. So if you've ever been wanting to play Turtles in Time online, well, now's your chance. The GRANDIA HD Collection contains HD remasters of the first 2 games in the GRANDIA series. They are classic old-school JRPGs from the late 90s to early 2000s. Basically the golden era of JRPGs as well as anime. That said, these are a lot of fun though. The games are all in widescreen now and have been HDified too, and they look pretty good. The collection hasn't been on sale for this low in almost a year though, so I figured I'd give it a shout out since it's back on sale for Black Friday. The Final Fantasy 1-6 Pixel Remastered Collection is on sale for $56.24. Odd number as that might be, this is a new low price for the collection. This includes all 6 classic games with updated pixel graphics and rearranged soundtracks. The UI for each of the games have been modernized, and they include bonuses, such as the illustration gallery and music player. If you want to get some of these games separate from the bundle, then don't worry, they're all on sale too, going for new low prices, with 1 and 2 on sale for $8.99 each, and 3, 4, 5, and 6 on sale for $13.49. The Dragon Quest Monsters series is a spin-off series from the mainline Dragon Quest games, where players take control of a character or characters and recruit and train monsters to battle with. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. It's kinda like Pokemon. And in a way, yeah, it is. But technically, Dragon Quest did the monster recruiting thing first. You had the ability to do so in Dragon Quest V. A little bit of gaming history aside, yeah, it is what it is. It's a monster collecting and battling game. But it's rather cool though. For this game, The Dark Prince, I really love the game's twist on seasons, where environments change based on the season available, giving you access to different monsters, as well as areas of the environment to explore. While the game has some deep connections to the beloved Dragon Quest IV. It's on sale for a brand new low price in the eShop of $29.99. The voice of the cards games are games that are set in a bit of a tabletop RPG style, just with cards. Everything in these games are represented by cards, such as the overworld, the characters, items, and even aspects of the story. Players uncover the map by flipping adjacent cards, sometimes triggering events, and some encounters and events involve the rolling of dice to activate certain actions, like in battle and such. There's an overarching story for each of the games, though what you do in the game as you progress can have a huge effect on what happens in the story. If you like tabletop RPGs and are looking for something different from most other RPGs out there, then you should definitely check out the Voice of the Cards games. There are demos for each of the games on the eShop, so I encourage you to check out at least one to see if you're interested first off. But if you are, then I highly encourage you just going for the trilogy, as that way you get all of the 3 games with maximum savings to boot. The trilogy is on sale for a brand new low price of $24.99. Otherwise, each game itself is $11.99, so basically with the Trilogy Pack, you almost get a third game for free. Chrono Cross: The Radical Dreamers Edition is a remaster of the classic PlayStation 1 game with updated HD visuals, higher quality music, and lots of quality of life features. It's honestly the best way to experience the classic game, especially after the patch early last year pretty much fixed all the major issues it had at launch. For only $7.99 now, it's a damn steal in my opinion for such a wonderful and memorable JRPG. This is a game I highly recommend to RPG fans. Nier Automata. I don't get to talk about this one enough, but let me put it out there. The Switch version is fantastic. They pulled off some magic, getting this game to run so well on the platform as well as it does. That said, as great as it runs, the game itself is pretty awesome too. It's an action RPG that incorporates elements from hack and slash games, shoot 'em ups, and even adventure games. It's Yoko Taro's finest work yet, coming in with a story that is sure to leave a lasting impression on you. Nier Automata: The End of Yora Edition is back on sale at its all-time low price of $19.99. This is the second time it's ever been this low on the eShop. The edition on Switch includes the DLC that previously was sold separate in past versions of the game. Each one of the League of Legends story games are on sale on Switch at the lowest prices they've ever been. They're going for $11.99. Now to be fair, I don't know too much about these games, other than they exist for one, and they generally score pretty well in the review department. Two of the highest rated ones on Switch are Ruined King and The Mage Seeker. Ruined King is an RPG, a turn-based one that's heavily story-driven and looks pretty cool admittedly. The Mage Seeker is a top-down action RPG with pixel graphics that also looks pretty cool. I'll have to check out these games sometime, but in the meantime, if you have been eyeing these games, or any of the League of Legends games, then know that for Black Friday on the eShop, they are on sale for $11.99 each, which again is a brand new low price for them on there. Of course, Nintendo has some published games on sale for Black Friday, and it's actually a good chunk of games. Leading off the list is the wonderful The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. It's on sale for $49.99, matching the limited time sale in some of the stores physically for Black Friday, like at GameStop or at Walmart. It doesn't need to be said, but I'll say it anyway. If you like Breath of the Wild, and you haven't yet picked up the sequel, then you're missing out. It's one fantastic game. It's a huge adventure that will wow you from start to end. It's on my personal top 10 games for Switch list for sure. The first two Xenoblade Chronicles games are on sale on the eShop for Black Friday. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is on sale for $41.99, as is its sequel, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Both games are wonderful RPGs. The first game is one of my favorite RPGs of all time. It's such a great game, and of course, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has its charm for sure. The DLC expansion pass for 2 is on sale as well, and this includes the Torna expansion, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna: The Golden Country. It's its own self-contained mini-adventure, and in some ways, it's actually better than the main game, believe it or not. Continuing on with the RPG goodness from Nintendo, next up is Fire Emblem: Three Houses. That's on sale for $41.99 too. A fantastic strategy RPG, this is truly one of the best games in the series. There's 3 major story paths to choose, which means lots of replayability. You want to experience the whole game. The expansion pass, which includes additional story, as well as new quests and other goodies, is also on sale for $17.49 for Black Friday. Tokyo Mirage Sessions Encore, the updated release of the Wii U JRPG, is on sale for $41.99 for Black Friday. This is basically Atlus's Shin Megami Tensei series meets Nintendo's Fire Emblem series, with Japanese pop music and idol culture thrown in. It's crazy, but it's cool, and it's certainly one of Nintendo's more eccentric games. Bravely Default 2, developed by Square Enix and published by Nintendo for the Switch, is a good RPG, and it's the 3rd entry in the series actually. This one separates itself a bit from the first game story-wise, so you don't need to play the other games to enjoy this one. That said, this game is a return to classic form. It's a traditional turn-based JRPG with elements from the classic Final Fantasy games. If you've been dying for a new epic RPG that reminds you a bit of the older games, then feel free to check this one out. It's on sale for $41.99 on the eShop for Black Friday. Buy Astral Chain. I always say this every time the game is on sale, just buy Astral Chain. It's one of the coolest games from Nintendo on the Switch. It was developed by Platinum Games, the developers behind the Bayonetta series. In this game, you play as a detective who is part of a special police task force, and you solve crimes and investigate incidents with a demon tethered to you known as Legion. Part of the game has you exploring and gathering clues, but the other half has you beating up enemies. You can do some cool team-up attacks, sync combos, special attacks, and other neat stuff. It's a really cool game, oozing with style, and it's one you should definitely check out. It's on sale for $41.99. Daemon X Machina is an action mech game developed by Marvelous and published by Nintendo for Switch. You control a character that you can fully customize and command a mech to go on missions and beat up other mechs. There's some definite Armored Core series vibes in this one, which is no surprise, as the guy who produced this game also worked on a lot of those Armored Core games. The amount of customization in this one is good, both for the characters themselves and the mechs, and there's different missions for both single player and multiplayer play. Oh, and this one does have online play. This seems like a pretty cool game. I haven't gotten super deep in it, but I like it so far from what I played. But I will say definitely check out the demo first. It'll give you a good taste of what the game is about. It's on sale for $41.99 for Black Friday. There's a couple of Bayonetta games on sale for Black Friday. The third game in the main series is on sale for $41.99. Just like the other games in the series, this is pretty much a non-stop action thrill ride. Bayonetta Origins, Cereza, and the Lost Demon, which has a completely different vibe, as well as gameplay, is on sale for $41.99 too. Even though it's different, I still like this one though. It's more of an action-adventure game with loads of puzzle solving in a storybook setting. DC Superheroes Teen Power is an action game pretty much made only for young kids. It really is. It does seem like fun though, from the demo I tried out long ago. But that said, this certainly can be picked up for much cheaper if you don't mind a physical copy. The digital version is on sale for $41.99 for Black Friday on the eShop. A couple of Mario-themed games are on sale for Black Friday too. First up, the latest sugary sweet and cozy platformer in the Yoshi series, that being Yoshi's Crafted World. This is a very cute yet solid platformer from Nintendo, and it's on sale for $39.99. Super Mario Maker 2 not only gives you the opportunity to make your own levels, but includes a ton of interesting levels for solo play, and the game basically has an endless amount of DLC with the levels to discover online. Basically, the fun never ends with this one, no matter if you're a creator, a player, or both. It's on sale for $39.99 as well. If you want to pick up some more of the Dragon Quest games on Switch, besides the Dark Prince, which I talked about earlier, then there's some additional ones on sale. Dragon Quest XI S, Echoes of the Elusive Age, Definitive Edition, is truly one of the best RPGs for the Switch, and it's on sale for $34.99 for Black Friday. I had the pleasure of finally finishing this game earlier this year, and it quickly became one of my favorite gaming experiences of all time. Dragon Quest Builders 1 and 2 are on sale for $34.99 as well. Think Dragon Quest RPG meets Minecraft, with a story and gameplay objectives to meet. I had a blast with the first game, even with it being just a solo experience, and put some considerable effort into finishing the game and building and creating stuff. I had a lot of fun. The sequel, though, is a much bigger game. There's just more of everything. Loads of more items to build with, a bigger and much longer story, and the game even has multiplayer, including online multiplayer too. Live Alive is a remake of the Super Famicom game using the HD 2D engine. In addition to the new graphics overhaul, the game boasts a ton of quality of life improvements, as well as its first official English translation. That said, this is a pretty cool RPG. The turn-based battles play out on a grid, so there's a bit of a unique strategy to the gameplay, and the story sees players playing through multiple different scenarios with different characters, and eventually, players will discover why they are all linked together. It's on sale for $34.99 for Black Friday. Cadence of Hyrule, Crypt of the Necrodancer, featuring The Legend of Zelda, is a spin-off title of the Zelda series. It's a crossover indie game that combines the rhythm-based elements of the Crypt of the Necrodancer game with elements of the older 2D Zelda games. It's a pretty fun game, even though it might take a little bit of adjusting to with the unique gameplay that it has. That said, if you ever wanted to pick it up, I suggest getting it the Season Pass DLC. It adds a ton of fun content, including new characters to play as, including Skull Kid. It's on sale for $27.98 for Black Friday. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is another Wii U to Switch release, one that came out some years ago. This is a pretty cool 3D action puzzler. You have to rotate the map as you move Captain Toad around, trying to gather all the secrets and treasure in a level. It's a very much fleshed out expansion on the idea of the little puzzles that were included with 3D World. This is on sale for $27.99. The special episode DLC, which I consider to be a must-get if you plan to get the game or already have it, includes a bunch of new levels and puzzles to enjoy. It's on sale for $4.19. Good Job is an eShop exclusive game published by Nintendo, and it's on sale for $13.99. In this game, you are tasked with jobs that you must complete by any means necessary. This includes breaking stuff, launching stuff through windows and doors and whatnot. The game gives you plenty of opportunities to be creative in your mission, so be as destructive as you want. It's a fun little game. That's it for me today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the next video.